Imagine living for 17 years within the same walls of the same tower in the same hidden forest, far from any human civilization. From breeding, painting, baking, to candle making, your life seems to just practically exist within the confined space. And yet, the reality of it all hit you with a sudden, familiar voice from down below. There's only one other who knows of your location. She is the one who had locked you there in the first place. But this you don't know, for a long while back, she had claimed to be your mother. With no other realities existing, you had decided to believe this, and now lived a locked-away life. The voice called again, and to the window's edge you went, leaning across it and citing the horrid wickedness of an elderly woman. From sunup to sundown, she always was gone, traveling to places and meeting with people unknown to your isolated world. Why was it that she always left you? Shouldn't a mother stay by your side, supporting your days and encouraging new memories to your mind? Even so, the lady always came back, sometimes bringing especially made goodies or a wonderful story to tell by your bedside. Perhaps that was the way she expressed her love and care. In the film Tangled, Mother Gothel is proven to show the slightest hint toward Rapunzel, the young girl she claimed as her daughter, by providing Rapunzel with many activities, showing acts of care through both her words and actions, and by trusting the young girl to remain alone the majority of each day. By demonstrating acts of care and understanding to the young girl, Mother Gothel is able to show a hidden love she has for Rapunzel. Constantly, Gothel states forth the well-known phrase to any of, "I love you." Whether it is meant to Rapunzel's hair or to the girl is truly a mystery, but many assume that Gothel only wishes to keep her young age with the hair. When Rapunzel asks for new paints for her birthday, coming from a place far, far away, Mother Gothel makes a point to ask her daughter, "You sure you'll be all right on your own?" Mother Gothel makes it aware that her daughter, a girl who had never left her tower, is more than potential to be in danger all by herself, especially if for 3 days. Many may argue that Gothel willingly leaves Rapunzel simply because she has no care for her, but this claim is quite untrue. For instance, every time Gothel returns, she brings a new recipe for hazelnut soup or new activities for Rapunzel to do. In this occurrence, the lady is traveling 3 days afar just to provide the gift of paints to the one she cares for, Rapunzel. After Rapunzel assures Gothel that all will be good, Gothel even states forth, "I'll be back in 3 days' time. I love you very much, dear." Unlike most parents, before Gothel makes her day's journey, she takes the time to wish her dearest farewell. It is not quite different from society now. Leaving early in the morning, coming late in the afternoon, Gothel really is only working the average working day, 8 hours of any parent. As if her job, Gothel takes her daily journeys with duty and purpose. Who could blame her for that? When Gothel does arrive to the tower, she sometimes takes a stop at the grocery store, picking up hazelnuts or some other delicious plants to make wondrous soups for Rapunzel. Although this makes her seem like a witch, which means witchy soups, acknowledging the freshness in each of her soups and the fresh vegetables and plants that she adds to them shows that they have no evil intentions, no eye of newt or toe of frog. Rather, they're crafted with much love, both while cooked in the kitchen and collected on the journey. Despite all her kind efforts, Mother Gothel's true intentions lay in keeping her own youth. She remains around Rapunzel for what she provides, not for the girl exactly. These days, however, think about what a woman gives to have beauty or keep youth in life. All that makeup to cover up those insecure flaws of pimples, wrinkles, or eye bags. Really, makeup is being treated like Rapunzel, forcing it upon their faces without the foundation's say in the story. Can any blame a woman for wanting to look the ideal woman? Maybe not, but at the expense of another, it may be worth thinking twice about. The beauty of another, that of Rapunzel, further causes a conflict. As Gothel stares into the mirror with Rapunzel at her side, she makes a joke, stating that she sees a strong, confident, beautiful young lady. Oh look, Rapunzel's there too. Gothel seems a hard-minded woman, only seeing her own beauties. Beside that of Rapunzel's, however, hers might dwindle in assertiveness, therefore causing the woman to attempt to lower Rapunzel's status with harsh language. This can make the reader wonder over the relationship between mother and daughter here. Did Gothel ever tell her daughter she was actually beautiful, or did her kind words always just come as these stubborn jokes? A mother's responsibility is to empower their daughter for the world, to guide them to make wise decisions and strengthen their souls, all the while providing a support to lean on. But not acknowledging her daughter's beauty, retelling such meaningless jokes, Gothel creates herself as an unsupportive mother. It comes as no wonder then, later in the story, as Flynn Rider sneaks into Rapunzel's tower and remarks at her beauty. The girl can only react with anger and slight confusion. She has never been seen as more than just a simple girl, with nothing quite special other than just her hair that she must protect from the world. Her beauty is not really shown until Flynn Rider actually starts hitting on her. Living in this seclusion has prompted Rapunzel to express herself to the world, and therefore easily making the decision to explore the world with Flynn Rider.
And this was my beautiful story about Rapunzel versus Mother Gothel. Essentially, it's just a conglomeration of why I believe there's two possibilities. Either Mother Gothel did love her or she didn't. But I mean, Rapunzel's locked away in a tower, you know? But Mother Gothel still provided so much care, like a ton of care in many different ways. And she knew what Rapunzel liked, so I mean, there was a little bit of a close bond. Obviously, she left Rapunzel far away. Oh. But yes, we do say that, where is it? Ah, there it is. Mr. Ladybug loves his life. Like, he can climb to the top of the leaf, and there he can be like, I'm the king of the world. So maybe Rapunzel was the king of the world, being so high up, and she could see everything. So it's like, that's one thing, it's like you can see the world from so high up, but you can't explore the world if you're so high up. So sometimes being lower actually helps you because you have a wider range to explore, rather than being so far and high that like there's not much room to move because you're so high and far. Obviously, I mean, like it looks like you have this space, but really you don't, because any of these spaces makes you fall down to the farthest region of the pyramid. Yeah. Okay. And then we have like the pizza, which is a rounded circle. It tells you that there are parts to the whole that make the whole, because without the parts, there is no whole. And so, you need all the different parts of the world in order to make a world. You need parts to construct a world. Yeah. And then we have Giraffe. Mr. Giraffe with his long neck. He looks to the sky with his beautiful... he looks at the tree and the sunshine shines on him and tells him that he will win to victory, that he will accomplish whatever it is that he wishes, because he has a long neck to stretch. But that long neck also is kind of a hinderingness, because he has to like wrap it around himself as he goes to sleep. Like it's like he does that to his body. He just like wraps it around the edge because he can't sleep like upright. Like his neck is a hinderment, but it's also a support. So it's like Rapunzel's hair. Hinderment, but also a support. It helps her move, technically. Like she's able to swing from here to here like a Tarzanish monkey. Whoop whoop. And lastly, we have the creepy old monkey He may look odd. He has a fancy mustachio, but his mustachio, well, it disguises him. Just like Mother Gothel, you know. She has her Mother Gothely disguise on, but underneath lies the monkey. The evil monkey. Ooh. Monkey power, riches, revenge. Well, I mean, there's like all those little streaks all around, yeah. Okay, but what? Why would that need to be cute? No, the streaks all around, yeah, the streaks. They tell you the wrinkles, the hidden wrinkles, all these little streaks. And Mr. Monkey, he may disguise himself as much as he wants, but he's a monkey. And monkeys go ooh ooh ah ah, and ooh ooh ah ah is primitive. And so Mother Gothel is primitive. She's fighting for her beauty, like the narcissists, ancient Romans peoples. Yes. Yes. Okay. Takil. He's right there. Yes. Takil, do you hear me? Yes, I do. Okay. Then we say, thank you for visiting my world of bimbldat. Oof. See you in the clouds. And kayomi haunt yo. Yay. Oh yeah, I did paint that painting for the entire video if you were very observant, because it was the only thing in the frame. Okay, see you in the class. Kayomi out. Ooh, shit. Beep, 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 beep. Bye. Beep, beep, beep. Bye, 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 bye.
Hello everyone. So I'm in my kitchen right now and I am under construction. You see all these cabinets right here? I've taken them all out and I've started to paint them. Otherwise they look kind of like those up there, that color, you know. Yeah, it's a bit of a mess, a struggle, but I also painted that right there, and that's my trash can. I'm gonna get my mom a new one for Christmas. We need one. And then up there, of course, that is like our smoke filter that we use from our stove. And of course those long poles, I don't know if they're for decoration or to hold up our house, but you know, they have to be painted too. So I'm starting to paint those. You can see that light right there, right above the sink. So that light right there is supposed to be a new one. And we have some older ones right here, and I want to replace them. But I did also paint another thing. I painted these walls white and yellow and white. Before they were wallpaper of, I don't know. It was like disgusting, and it had this strange paper that had bunnies and garden stuff. Yeah, so I'm having a pretty good time here. I'm going to continue working on this drawer right here. I've been taking off these little parts right here. One screw at a time until I'm able to actually get them off. And then comes the fun part where my painting goes. I'm almost out of paint, but I'm still working. And then it eventually turns out like this drawer right here. It has the paint all over. And pretty much that. I like spending time on my Chromebook while I'm doing this. I watch things, but I also learn things. And yeah. So after I take off these rolly things for the sides so it can be a drawer, there's also the handles I gotta take off. And the handles are attached inside by some screws, so those are easy to take off. And then the inside kind of looks like that. It's kind of disgusting until it eventually gets like that. It's a little hard to tell without light. That's actually the first layer only, but it looks pretty nice. And then for this one, nothing's falling. Yeah, but that's the color. This looks like wooden design. Yeah, don't like it. Anyway, so I'm stuck. We got my metal thingy. Oh, and also the windows. The windows are also going to be painted. Yep, exactly. And so we got that metal thing off, and now it's time to start painting. So I'm gonna get started, and I'll see you all later in the day.
If someone were to ask me what I think of America, well, I would say it gives me a peace of mind. Not only are my feet protected on this solid ground below me so I don't fall under the sea, but I'm given freedoms and rights that not a lot of people have. In the past, this was not necessarily an issue because it was a problem everywhere. No one really thought much about who they were going to become, where they would go in life. But now in America, people know the possibility. We are the Western world, and we have created things from in technology, inside of like fashion apparel, that a lot of other places, it was not expected to occur. We had a new generation, and this entire revelation, nothing would have happened because of that. And we are a new world on this side of the planet. It has also expanded me in my knowledge. I have learned a lot more because of the freedoms we have. Because kids are able to go to school, we are able to see things in the world that a lot of people were not able to see. We have created maps that have guided us throughout the entire world, and we have improved on these maps. It's not just a blank map. It's like we have made it into a cell phone thing. You can track where you are. You are never lost. You are always in a location. Anyone can find you. It's a good and bad thing, but we're able to know that we're safe. We have what it takes. We can be humans.
Hello, I am here to tell you that multitasking, it does not exist. But it doesn't exist for the reason you might think. Multitasking does not exist because every single second, you are only doing one thing. So, let's say juggler, juggling 3 melons on a tightrope on a bicycle or a tricycle. This person is technically multitasking, but in the sense of a long term. Imagine this person slows down, like time slows down. 1 second, actually no, not even 1 second, it's like a 100th, like 1/100 of a second. The person is only doing one thing. For a split second, that melon is in the air. For a split second, their foot is at the top or at the bottom, and they're resting. Have you ever learned about like kinetic and potential energy? You have the most kinetic when you're moving down and going up, but then you have the most potential when you're at the top and the bottom. So in that case, sometimes your foot's not moving, even when you might think it is. And then speaking of which, being on the tightrope, you're technically always on the tightrope, yeah? So is that the one that's gonna defeat this? All of this? Well, let me say, the tightrope is one place. You don't always have to be on the tightrope, or at least your mind doesn't always have to be focused on being on the tightrope. Because if you think of like inertia, if you're on one place, one line, your body's not gonna move. If you're balancing on one foot, you have a good second before your body starts to fall. The world gives us balance, even if we are not trying. But this only happens for a certain amount of time. Before we start to tip, gravity starts to take an effect. That's my saying of multitasking. Dear me, my glasses. Yay. Oh, studying. Okay, we need to focus here. Let's focus. You know what? Let's listen to some music. Oh, come on, a commercial already? Are you sick and tired of what's inside your pantry? Well, fear not, because at this amazing local market, you can now get everything half off. It's the same great deal as you order online. Yeah, get same great deal. Now, and you will be amazed at how much you'll save. Oh my gosh, what am I saving for anyway? They just want the money. They don't care that it's half off. We care that it's half off. But we also care what it is. What is it that is gonna make our pantry amazing? It's not fresh if it's put in our pantry, because fresh means fruits and vegetables. You don't put that in your pantry. What is this commercial even talking about? I'm going back to studying. Save when you buy this product. What? Save. But I'm studying. I don't need your products. Plus, where is this commercial even coming from? I'm not looking at anything. I don't understand. You will save when you buy. Because that's what this commercial is all about. Us getting your money. Money? I think you figured that out by now. That just sounds creepy. I mean, of course I figured that out because that's what the commercials are, to get your money, but like, what? So I didn't know it was supposed to be creepy. Creepy. Are commercials actually creepy? People trying to get your information, to try to give you the products you want? Well, yes, but right now I'm studying.
Save, 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 save from everything you've ever wanted. Save.
Well, apparently commercials want me to save. But then why am I spending money? Let me live my life as a humble being. A humble being without all these extra things. I will survive. You can count on that. Ah. Save. Save. Hello, everyone.
So, before we get into this video, I'd like to say a wonderful announcement. I have merchandise! This is a shirt, and it came in the mail. I ordered it myself, but it is of my own design. So, if you would like to know more about these, I'll leave a link in the description, but for right now, let's go ahead and look at what's inside. Beautiful packaging, colorful. There it is. Ready to look at the design. Look at that. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. So I did design that. In fact, I'm gonna bring it out right now. So here's my little creation. This is all made out of oven-baked clay. It has a little face, colors all around, a big banana, and this is ice cream. So it's supposed to be kind of like a banana split. It's, I guess for the texture, I could say it's soft. It's not like bendable, but it's not like rock solid. I mean, it is rock solid, but like, it's not. So for its texture, it's not really rock solid, but it's not bendable. So anyway, I'm gonna show this right here, pluie. That is French for rain. A long time ago, I actually had a bunch of ideas in my head that were about merchandise and making everything with the brand name Pluie because I really liked the word and I was thinking this would represent it. But on the shirt, I actually changed that with graphic design. And now the shirt says cat of quotes. So that's pretty cool. That is actually a really cool design. I did a little bit of editing around to make it like perfect, but overall, that is really similar. I'm amazed. This is gonna get put on me. Ready, set, and there you have it. It has a nice beautiful bow on the front with my beautiful flag logo. It does come with a little bit of a sticker, so we'll take that off. All of it's pink. If I could have, I could have chosen a design on the back, but I didn't put anything there. We're gonna sail like a boat. Yeah. And don't forget, link in the description for shirts, hats, everything.
Life is full of strange but observable inferences. Imagine living the world only looking at sound. You have no eyes. You are just a thing that feels. But if you really close your eyes, you actually are experiencing this. You don't have to be some strange underwater creature. You can experience this as a human, as a normal human. So why can't we experience this, but within other things? Can we experience the pain of something without actually experiencing pain? Or maybe, just maybe, we can be cats without being physically cats. And what does a cat do all day? They lie down on a couch and they look. What are they looking at? Well, we can do that. Does that make us a cat? No, it doesn't. But what if we did other things a cat does? We use a litter box. How is that gonna work? There's no physics behind our body doing that. But at least we can try to think like them. They'll think, and then they won't. Then they'll think again. And maybe, some nice friskies. Or maybe outside is what my cats normally think. Well, we can't think like cats. Our brains can jump from one idea to the other, but once one idea is gone and another idea comes, the first idea is gone. It's vanished from you. It's like we have to remember. Our brain has to remember what happened in order to tell us what will happen, and therefore to guide us through what will happen. But with all hearts and kisses, there are times when puppies don't mix. Say for instance, floppy ears, large eyes. Humans don't really have those. So how can a human be considered cute? Well, we have large eyes, but considerably only when we're little. When we're little, we have a lot more, or so we think. Being little means you have no knowledge. And when you have no knowledge, everything is knowledge. And so you learn one thing, and then that one thing eventually expands, and now you have double knowledge. But double knowledge for a child is perhaps less than even 1/10 for an adult. Think about a child's viewpoint. They use all their senses. When we're adults, we become reliant on something because we believe that something will lead us to success. What can lead us to success if we don't even know what we're sensing? So if we focus so much on our visual point of view, we do not realize that we have our hearing, we have our hands. But if we realize there is more to senses than just feeling or touching or hearing, we know that none of it even matters. It's our brain that does all that. But why? Why can our brain do all this? Is it a book of information? There's genetic codes. People say it's neurons, but that's just a word. I believe that it has to do with us. Yes, us. We are the neurons. No, not really the neurons, but we have our own specific way of doing things, and perhaps it is a little bit of magic. Say, humans cannot explain why we smile when we're happy. Our brain cannot identify that because we all do it. Dogs do it, essentially. You could say that, but they're really only panting. Maybe not. But humans, we don't pant, we don't do that, just looks silly. But our brains do think of other things. We think of ketchup and mustard. Opening our mouth is a smile. That is what happens when we smile. We open up our mouth and we show our teeth. So does that mean that were ready to eat that ketchup, just like a dog. They pant when they're happy because they're ready for a meal. Could be. However, it also kind of shows that we're baring our teeth. Our eyes look happy. Our eyebrows go up. Does that make our face look bigger, more square, which makes predators feel a little more afraid of us? But we're happy. We're not busting off any predators. So why are our teeth so important? We can't think about the cavemen, not cavemen anymore because they don't exist. But we can think about what a child does because a child only imitates what it sees around it. So what does a child do when they first come out? They cry. Is it because of pain? We really don't know. Like, is the baby having a rough time? We can't ask it that. It hasn't learned anything yet. The only sounds it's made are the ones that it kind of heard around it while it was in that enclosed area. But the baby can also yawn because that's a natural habit. Our mouth opens up, we exhale and inhale really great oxygen. But what we wonder is why. Our mouth has moved to this physics. It's adaptation, natural selection. Natural selection does not affect what we are when we are first born. People learn to do things from their childhood, and that makes them who they are. But when we're younger, we have no say because we don't know what will come of us. Unless our parents identify it for us, then we become them. What if you don't want to become your parent? Well, that leads you down another path. Perhaps a life that no one helps you in. Why do we have to apply ourselves to someone in order to get approval? That is not right. We don't need approval of beings we can't even explain. We try to get approval from words because words are technically not those beings. Communication is the spreading of words. Like, imagine I'm speaking right now to all of you, and that makes these words in your mind. You are referencing my information, and we are both learning. But what if we're not? What if I'm just giving you random sounds and this is completely pointless? Well, at least we can say that everything you take in your mind, you don't have to keep in there. You can remove it. You can spread it out to the world. You can be you. That is what makes you, you. You filter out the information. You keep what you like. All the way through it, we have no idea how. The brain does it inside of some spiritual way of scientific, I don't even know what word to use. Scientific water bottle. Yes, it's contained in your water bottle. Drink water, kids. Thank you.
Hello y'all, so I wanted to learn how botany relates to tennis. People need plants to exercise as plants produce oxygen. Thus, playing outdoors is better for a tennis player than playing indoors where less oxygen is available. It is also important to consider what types of plants are around, as many sports players may or may not be allergic to certain species of plants. Being able to identify certain poisonous plants can also be important for a sport that includes a fuzzy yellow ball that may be hit out of bounds and into a nearby jumble of shrubs, quite possibly poison ivy. A major part of one's transportation to the tennis court involves the usage of fossil fuels. In the new age of humanity, it is important to acknowledge the existence of bioefficient vehicles so we can all reduce our amount of waste into the environment. The wonders that can arise from just a simple connection between the game of tennis and the world of plants can lead many to grapple in disbelief at how greatly the world is intertwined within itself.
I'm gonna be transforming my mom's hair, and I'm gonna be putting a piece of paper on her hair, and it's gonna be a unicorn horn. Is that too tall? I don't know. But let's see how it looks. This is just like graph paper, all wrapped up and then taped. And there's a hair on it. Okay, hair is gonna stay on there, but it's going on a head, so it doesn't matter.
So how am I going to start this? Well, she has a very tangly head, so I had to brush it out, but then I just gave her the brush because she does it better. And so, yeah, that's her head, and I slapped her on the head. I divided the hair into two, and I made a nice little top pony part, yes. And we bunched it all up, and then we like separated the hair into half up, half down, and so you get that top half, and then you put in a ponytail, and then you have like a lower section, which is like a middle part, yes. So you're going to divide that into another section, and then we're going to put a ponytail there. So then we have like these three parts, and then you're going to tie the bottom one around the top one. So you're going to wrap it around the ponytail, and then it's going to turn into like this big old bunchy bunch. And so I needed her to hold that while I dealt with the other part, and it took her a while because I need to figure out about the little strand because it was so tiny. So I got a bobby pin, and then I just attach it into place, and then I got the top part, yeah, and yeah, it was very lumpy, the hair all around. I had to kind of separate her into like this weird funky hairstyle. And now I got out my little plastic paper tube that you made, like folding out the paper, and then after I just attach it to the center of the head, and I just wrapped around the hair because that's how you make the horn. I had to bobby pin it into place because that was only half the side. So then the second half that goes around the top part, because it was able to it needs to hug the paper from both sides. So it looks magical, beautiful. And then she was like, and yeah, I'm gonna go to the mall and share off my hairdo. And yeah, she didn't, of course, because but still, I like the hairdo. And yeah, so she had to move a little bit. I don't know why. And we put out some more bobby pins. And I was like, what in the world? Okay, but then I had to figure out the top part because the top of the little paper was still sticking out. So now I saw from the front I put little bobby pins. It was a little bit messy, but I still like it because you can see the horn. Yep. And with her multicolored hair, it's like pretty funky, because she was comparing herself to a troll, and the unicorn hair really matches like with her the streaks of blonde. I don't know what she did. She did some weird bleachy thing to her hair, but yeah, I don't know if it worked or not, but yeah. So she was like thinking like, that's my tail, yeah, because that's the horn. So that's beautiful. Okay, it was experiment with the head stuff, hair that grows from our scalp. Yeah.
Hello, y'all. So today I'm going to be talking about water. Water is a flowy substance, and yet I think it mirrors life. Life is always flowing, and there's so many different routes you can take, and there's always wind by water. Like the struggles in life, wind is water, and essentially water is wind. Life is wind and water. Nature's all around us. There's like rocks that are like the different people we meet in our life. There's different people, different events that come up in life that will change our scenarios, and thus these rocks will lead us to the end of our lives. But there's no end because water is a constant flowing cycle. It's hard to know what life will turn into. In the fact of living, life is just another scenario inside of the flow of nature, the flow of the trees. Imagine living as a particle in the water. Particles are so small, and yet they can go so many places. Water has traveled farther than most of us have ever traveled. Imagine that. The water you're drinking has traveled farther than you. That is amazing. What about rocks? Rocks are stationary. So the things in our lives that direct us, these things don't move because they are not us. We are the water. We are the flow. Each one of us is our own water, our own stream, and sometimes others can cross us, such as on this bridge right here. This bridge lets people cross us, not cross us, but cross our paths. Sometimes we might not collide, but other times we might. That might lead to friendships, or enemies, or just bumping into one another. Rocks are very unique.
there is moss that covers them. No matter what, we have a similar form to others, but every single thing we bump into is different. And the wind and the smell of water, it tells us we carry our own scent, takes us places, and we take ourselves places that grass cannot move to. We are not plants, we are water, and water is us. Water is H2O, but it's also anything. Anything is water, as long as it has a breath and a purpose, or no purpose. In fact, anything in this world can be water.
We all need a smile. Yee, once in a while. Come check it out. Ooh. Hey, Mom, I'm home. Honey, what did I say about coming in with your shoes on? Okay, you know what? Okay, I have this paintbrush right here. I don't know where I got it, but you're gonna use this and you're gonna sweep that floor from all that dirt you accumulated. I just cannot believe it. Oh my gosh. No excuses, just here, you take it. And you know, while you're at it, you might as well just scrub the floor with this plunger. I think I clogged the toilet 3 days ago, so I used it for that, but yeah, just use it. Here, take it. I don't even want to hear any excuses. No excuses. No.
But Mom, this is used for the toilet. It smells like toilet.
Oh, and I did tell you I clogged the toilet. You know what? Here you go. You can use this. I don't know. Use it for something. It's very useful. You can use it to unclog the toilet if you want. I raised a daughter who doesn't drag dirt into my house after I cleaned all the floors. I need some help around here. I do too much. I'm a mom. I need extra support from everyone. Okay, I'm gonna go back to reading.
Yeah. Does this make me look smart? There's a weird word in this book. It literally is. Look at that weird word. Where is it? Oh yeah, right there. What is that word? What is that word? I don't know. I'm reading a book of words I don't even know. Oh, it's a name. Of course it's weird. Okay, goodbye. And then I'm a cool mama. Cool as ever. Yeah. Hey Mom, I'm heading out. Oh my gosh, that was so easy. Now hold on a second there, dearie. What, Mom? I'm going to be late. Just let me go. Now, back in my days, we didn't have those put-on shoes with no laces. I mean, seriously, like, there's no laces here. We had to manually tie our own shoes. So, let me just explain to you this. You have a shoe. This is a very old shoe. You can see how old I am. So, you get the shoe. See, there, it's never tied, okay? It's never tied. You get the shoe, you put it on your foot, and then you tie it. You have to go real tight here. You cross it, make a loop, you tie it, you make your bunny ears. You see, they taught us this inside school. You guys, you don't learn this anymore, which kind of, it defeats the purpose of the shoe. You see, you tie them and you have a tie. You say, this is a shoe. It holds onto your foot. The bow will never come untied. Unlike these guys, if your bow breaks, it can't come back together. We're old, but we know our style. Okay, and I'm just gonna go now with my shoe that took me 5 seconds to put on.
Oh my gosh, I gotta go. Abby, why are you taking so long in the bathroom? Mom, Mom, what the heck? I literally just got in here. Can you just give me 5 seconds to just finish up here? You children take way too long in there. You're probably like brushing your hair, brushing your teeth, doing your makeup. No. You see, us adults, we gotta go and we come out. It's simple. So, you know what? Mom, what in the world? What's so wrong? I'm just washing my hands. I told you I would finish up quickly.
You're not wearing any socks.
What does that have to do with anything?
Did you smile? Better yet, laugh. Great! So here's some secret superpowers that I have within the roll yours. So what are these things? Well, I can touch my tongue to my nose. It's just like a long, like Einstein nose. Yeah, that 1%. I can wiggle a single eyebrow, kind of like that Elvis guy. I don't know, whoever he is. And then I could put my both feet behind my head. Yep, just like pile them back there like a, I don't know, a monkey, an acrobat. I kind of remind me of a frog. I don't know. I can be outrageously flexible, so I can bend down, stretch forward. This is like the spread deer. That's what my sister used to call me. Like, you know, like Bambi, like when he has to spread his limbs. And then I can like bend my backwards. I can just like go down. Do I have a spine? Yeah, I do. I do. I can move my eyes in different directions. This is like something that you can actually do. It's kind of like wiggling your ears, separate ears even, but because there's 2 muscles in your eyeballs. It's pretty cool. I cannot balance a phone. This is one time I was trying to balance the phone to just do the flexible recording, and I was like, okay, so it's not bending. Yeah, okay.
Mom, I'm working. What's the matter? I need to finish this thing for school.
You don't need this thing. It is 8 o'clock at night. 8 o'clock. And that means that this thing... Yeah. Goodbye. Oh boy. Anywho, it is 8 o'clock at night. That means you need to go slumber. And no cell phones, no nothing. Just go to sleep and sleep your dreams. It is time. Just gotta sleep. Okay, go.
Okay, I'm going to sleep. Jeez. It's gonna take me a while to go to sleep, but I'm gonna sleep. Happy.
Yes. Good job, dearie. Good job. Now, good night. Goodbye.
And now I can finally complete my transformation. The full moon has awoken. It is 8 o'clock at night. Whoa. The transformation is complete. I is the wolf grandma, and I was not eaten by the wolf. No, not Little Red Riding Hood. No, I is just the wolf grandma, and I am cool, and I can do cheerleading kicks. Yeah.
This is weird. Really weird. Okay.
Wait a second. It's only 8 o'clock at night. Don't werewolves come out at like 3 a.m.? Something's weird's going on. But I am actually kind of tired, so... I'm still awake.
Hello. So my mom asked me to analyze the floor for a certain room, and well, I had some options. So we have a light one, we have a slightly darker one, we have a lighty light one, and we have this guy. Those are my 4 options, and well, I chose 2 very significantly because if you look at all the options, I'm gonna
gonna show you my creative strategy and how I think of these colors. So you can probably guess which one, can you? I chose for this room. I chose this guy. This guy, because first of all, it is lighter. I painted the windows very light and I wanted them to be, well, matching because they're popping out. They're an accent of the room. And so that's how I want it to be. Even the ceiling have these, I painted all those. And so the floor, it needs to be this color. It needs to be something light in order to make all that pop out. And during the daytime, this window is so bright, it like lets in so much light. I need that to happen. And then of course, as you can see, we have the floor. It's very bare, a lot of stains. But yes, we're getting this floor. It's actually aluminum. I don't know, linoleum maybe, but yes. Just have like that accent over there I painted. So yeah, and we have like wood in the kitchen over there, and we have wood over here. So I mean, why not something light? And also it like matches, like these guys are already accents out. So yes, it's definitely very light. And you can kind of see, that just doesn't look right, just doesn't. But then, for the other room we went to, it is the room over here, which we're putting flooring. I'm sorry, it is dark. There we go. Okay, so this room, I also painted as well. Now, for this room, look at my kid, the house my sister made for our cat. It's called Gigi's Mansion. It's a playhouse. Look at that. That's technically our cat, Gigi. And it's a really fun house. But yes, I'm just gonna show you. This is a rope, and the rope is very nice. We have one more light. One more. And voila. Okay, so for this room, you can kind of see, which one did I choose? Scoping the room. Yes, I chose the darker one. And do you want to know why? Well, first of all, look at the black that I did around there. I did that dark, well, not dark, it's not black, it's brown. But yeah, imagine this being against that wall. It's a very dark color, because if I did something light, well, then it would kind of look like some kind of Roman Catholic church. I don't know. It wouldn't exactly match against that, because that thing's already light. This thing, it can't be light, it should be dark, because the darkness enunciates my beautiful waterfall chimney, and my waterfall chimney is beautiful. But then this chimney, it's like, it's up there. The same thing with all those poles. We need to continue painting them. But yeah, they're dark already. So the floor here, if the floor here is light, then it's unbalanced. But then if it's dark, then it is balanced, because the top will be also the same as the bottom. And then, like, imagine the windows. They're already their own accents, and that wall's white, so then why make it a light color? Because then it would all just blend in all together. And even these walls are like yellowish. You can kind of see it over there. And then this wall's blue. So, maybe if all the walls were blue, this might work better, but they're not. So this guy also kind of reminiscence a little bit of, I don't know, is that the word? I don't know. Okay, but it used to be wood. It used to be like that wood. That wood. That's the wood. That is the wood, because we paint it and it looks like more like that. We're painting it the brown, but it reminiscence of the wood. Yes. And that's how I see the world. Is it a curse? Is it a crime? I think she got these at Lowe's. Okay, but still, that's just how I see the world. I don't know. It's just, if anything goes in my face, then well, that's how I see it. I'm powerful like that. But in the sense of overanalyzation, maybe what my sister made, our kitty, the kitty thing, she wasn't really thinking much. She was just being creative. For me, I just analyze every single color, and it's like, oh, yeah, I see why everything works. These little things, if these letters were bigger, they would not work. And it does spell out GG. They're just letters, but yeah, like if those things were bigger, it would not work. Or like that tiny little flag in the corner. That's perfect. That's absolutely perfect. Yeah. My kitty did break it. It looked like a kind of a drawbridge. Cute. Yeah. Okay. But yes, I analyze stuff. I don't know. I have no training in this, but I have a mind. Yes. Thank you. And I hope this was helpful if you were ever considering putting new floor in your house. Good day. And goodbye. See you when the clouds came out.
Ka-thunk, whoop, pop. Ka-thunk, whoop, pop. Ka-thunk, 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 whoop, pop. Ka-thunk, whoop, pop. Ka-thunk, 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 whoop, pop, pop. Ka-thunk, whoop, pop. Ka-thunk, whoop, pop. Ka-thunk, 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 whoop, pop. Ka-thunk, whoop, pop. Ka-thunk, 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 whoop, pop, pop.